part of loving and compassion. And not only be mindful of what you're thinking, so every thought start with mind and with mindfulness help. Then we really need to use this motivation to speak the truth and be an honest person. And also it's like habit. Some people have this automatic habit of always any social chat they have is nothing more than gossip. That's useless. Your talk, your socializing has wasted your time and energy, and the people who are listening have not benefit nothing from your talk, because all you can manage to do is gossip, gossip, gossip. So you have to say, if I learn to how to think positive and engage positively, and I wish to engage every speech, a meaningful talk, a true. When we start to talk, if we learn to say the truth, then we call the speech has value. Like a lot of people think everybody should listen to them, and they're feeling that nobody listen to me. But how can anybody is going to listen to you if you have nothing but to gossip, to talk? If you want to be listened, and if you want to be respected, learn to simply be an honest human being, a true human being, talking, say how we can involve, make the world better, how we going to bring people together, how we're going to engage everything for the benefit of all mankind. Then I think that speech has the value and energy, so then people will truly benefit. See, it's the same thing, because many ways the mind is the boss of all. Some people say conscious, and some people say what we call soul, mind. From Buddhism, these are all same thing. There's no differences. If you are believers of consciousness, it is mind. If you are believers of this other what called the soul, is it soul? Yes, Christianity. Because this is no shape or no form, it's sort of label. So that's what we call is mind. So we need to learn with, work with the mind, so that we say a good positive thinker, a positive person, then you can actually engage what you do even physically. Like if you want to help physically, to help elderly people or sick people, or if you want to do anything, something is useful, something is very beneficial. Like we can say there's many types of human beings here. Some people, the minute whenever their physical action involves, they like to destroy things. They like to take things what do not belong to them. Or they like to kill other people. But some people refrain from all this, saying, I don't like to hurt other people. I don't like to take things which is not mine. I think this is the right way. Buddhism saying this other form of aggression is we call poison. It is the enemy number one. It's the poison of anger, jealousy, ignorance, stupidity. Because out of these then people do many things, harmful things. If we have a wisdom, then we are very conscious of what we say, what we think, what we do, so everything has a really good result. So this way of helping yourself to improve your mindfulness through simple meditation. You don't have to be a religious person or a spiritual person. It doesn't mean you are practicing Buddhism. Mind is yours, time is yours. You're using the wisdom of what Buddha has found 2,500 years ago. And now many universities, like in England, Oxford universities, many well-known universities in America, everybody is researching how this so-called mind works and how much benefit this so-called mindfulness is going to benefit. So conclusion is, mind is actually everything, and if you are very mindful, if you are very aware, and if you are able to engage very positively, their finding is saying you could actually even cure your sickness through mindfulness meditation. And we can heal this very saddening world by having everybody very conscious of what they think, what they say, what they do. The world will be much, much more better place. Like for me as a Buddhist Lama, I have worked with we call WWF and world religion leaders. They all agree that the Buddhist countries are the very best, like they are the protectors of the wildlife. Like say Thailand, Mongolian, like in the last time in Tibet, many Tibetans are wearing very rare animals' skin. And His Holiness Dalai Lama one day gave a talk saying, no Tibetan should be wearing this skin. Some of them are very costly, sort of tiger skin or leopard skin, or very expensive one. And the entire Tibetan population supposed had burned everything, and then saying we will no longer touch it. Because like Lamas, whatever they say, people learn to listen to them. And I remember in Tibet when we were young monks, the monastery, they are the protectors of all the environment. So nobody can just cut down any tree they want. They have to have a good reason why they need this tree. Or they can't just move any sort of big rock or stone around unless it's something very necessary and useful. So everything is completely kept. And now our head of our lineage is very young, but he has been getting a lot of people come into meeting and saying he wants all the monasteries around the world, in Nepal, India, China, everywhere, saying they should go back to this being a monks who cares about environment. He tells us not to drive any vehicle which consumes so much energy. So every monk or every Lama who can afford to have a vehicle, we're supposed to drive the tiniest engine vehicle. Yes, and I do lessons. I did have a bigger car somebody giving to me, and I got rid of this, and I now got a very small, tiny car. It's supposed to be very good for environment. And like in Holy Island project, I have planted so far over 35,000 types of trees. We have 3 or 4 different types of very rare animals. We also protect them. I trying to open the door to all mankind, so we never discriminate what belief you have or no belief you have. Everybody is welcome to the project. And we are now formally working into what we call self-sufficient in our needs, like organic garden. In the long run, we want to have self-sufficient in our own energy. So this is like a message we want to say, saying Buddhism works all round. It's one thing. It's like our physical mom is our mom who feeds us, but Mother Earth is bigger mother. And if the Mother Earth is sick, then how the Mother Earth can actually give us the nourishment we need. And when I look into some of our supermarkets, such a high quality looking fruits and vegetables and so much choices of food, but almost everybody is saying mineral is insufficient. So you have to take some other form of minerals, lacking. So the food doesn't matter how good it looks, but it doesn't actually give you all the nourishment you need. See, I don't know how many of you ever been to Tibet. In Tibet, before the Chinese came, it was our tradition. Even you find a chunk of gold, you put it back. You never take it. So no minerals were ever taken out of our land. So grass is very thin, but it's very nutritious, very powerful. Like some of the female yak milk is like creamy, very strong color and very energetic. And the Tibetan actually people have few choices of food and what we eat, and some of the scientists have supposed to have checked. They say it has everything you requires to keep people healthy. So it's like, because every mineral is on the ground, so whatever grows on that ground will give us life. That's how, if you believe in God, if God has created earth and the people, earth should then feed us. Everything should be in the earth. But then if we take on all these minerals out, and especially I think very sort of painfully thinking, if you take out all the oil in the ground and now people taking under the seabed, that may be very reason why there are so many earthquakes. And then you look into, like even the land, when there's a lot of rain, the land doesn't able to absorb all the rain, so everything go into the river. Like in Scotland, because they're planting so many trees, so they made so much sort of trench. So every strong water rain goes to the river, and when there's strong rain, the river becomes so big. But if the rain stops raining for a few months, the river almost dries out. And I think it may not even take 1 year to become a desert in this sort of land. If we keep on taking everything, like earth is like bond together, oil, it's like glue. It's like we say a human being, if we just suck all the blood out, then how it will function? Just like you take everything on the ground for granted, all the minerals, we take out all the gold, zinc, copper. That's why even crop grows bigger. There's no zinc or gold or silver or iron in the food. That just shows you how much we manage to take out from the ground. And sometimes then it's like we're not actually caring the future generations. See, if we just take whatever we can get hold of it, then what's going to happen to the future generation? If we really